Hi everyone, James here with a LEGO review of LEGO Hero Factory Brain Attack Breez. So here we are with Breez, who is, to me, very nicely designed. Now, first things first, if you haven't seen either of my LEGO Hero Factory Brain Attack reviews, basically they consisted of Furno and Rocca. They'll come in just a sec for size comparisons, but in the meantime, here we have Breez. Now, Breez's overall redesign for the Brain Attack series, to me, looks great. I mean, we have a huge amount of different colours clashing here. We have silver, the nice lime green LEGO's renowned for. We have the translucent green that we are seeing for this series. And if I actually use Rocca here as an example, he has the same little panel here just beneath his shoulder guard right here. And also has the exact same for his visor and translucent headpiece just under the mask. So yeah, so with Breez, very nice colors. Anyway, silver, translucent green, lime green, again silver, a little bit of gunmetal grey. We even have a little bit of brown. Now, the only thing I dislike about the brown in this set is that, for while it adds a little bit of a nice touch to at least break up the color scheme in it, it just doesn't. In a way, it just seems to stick out just a tiny little bit like a sore thumb. That's the only downside. But before I get into articulation and everything, I actually want to show you guys her weapons. She actually has a buzz shot, a saw shield, and it can actually spin on just a little like a little peel tab in there. Now, if you actually get it at the right angle, it spins nice and freely. Like right there, that's the great bit. But if you have it at just a little bit of an angle, it buzzes about and it gets really annoying. But then we have her other weapon, this thing. I forget what this thing is called, but for me, this looks good. This weapon looks good. I mean, we have plenty of nice little parts going on here. These pieces were introduced in 2011 for the Hero Factory series. Now they are the main blades, or the main blade tips on the weapon. For me, they look good. And then we have these little pierced bits here. I have no idea what these are exactly, but they look good. They provide a little bit of a pointy edge, so to speak. But yeah, now for articulation, it's pretty standard for a Hero Factory figure. Her head, it goes side to side, it goes 360, it can go a huge way down and pretty much all the way back and a bit. The visor itself actually goes up, only to a certain extent, because these two back tips on the back of her head actually prevent it from going any further, so yeah. However, in terms of Rocca doesn't have anything to prevent his visor from going further back, so therefore he wins overall and get the visor back in order to get better head sculpt and everything else, so yeah, or better visible view of the head. That's it, rather. But still, here we have Breez, her visor goes up and down. Her legs can go forward, back, in, out, bend a great bit back at the knee, and straight down. Goes a little bit forward, but then the panel would come off, and you don't want it to do that. And the foot, pivots about, 360, so on and so forth. So yeah. Now, there are a few more things I just want to get out of the way right before this. Oh, firstly, as I kind of mentioned beforehand, again we have these this new little claw system around the hero core. We've now had this for a year. It's still very nice. It's definitely the longest surviving Hero Factory core piece. Just a little white bit here, by the way. But now, for me, I consider myself a little bit of an accuracy freak, if you want to call me that. Because for me, I want to get things perfectly aligned, and I want it to look to the extent that you can still see the core, but you can also see the claws protecting it at the same time, if you know what I mean. So yeah, no, but that works out well. Then, now there are two more things I want to get out of the way. The first thing is, if you've actually seen the Hero Factory Brain Attack episode, you'll know that the visor on the show isn't seen like this, just all the way up here. It actually, if I actually remove the visor, here we go. Whenever we actually see the visor, it folds back and then goes to the back like this. What I actually like to do, and I'll draw your attention to this, you'll see the little clip here at the back of the visor, and then a little sort of rod-like thing in there. That's basically how the visor rotates back and up and down and everything. Instead of putting it on like this, I actually like to take it off, spin it around so the visor, the main front, is facing back, and then peg it in, and then fold it down. So basically, now it actually comes into contact. If you have it all the way up like this, it gets caught on the little piece here. So basically, just fold it out a little bit, and then that provides more head movement. But basically, that provides a little bit of a cleaner face look. So yeah. Now, the one thing I like about the head is that it's an excellent redesign of Breez's original face. In fact, if you give me a moment. Okay, now here's Breez's original headpiece. You know, nice lime green, plenty of nice little detail. Now in comparison with her new head, most of the original detailing is still there. I mean, we have what would you call these? Well, we have all these pieces sticking out. A few newly designed pieces. For example, you know, this part here sticks out more than it originally did, and this secondary blade here is sticking upward rather more than downward as it originally did. Still some incredibly nice detail. So yeah. Now the last thing I want to get out of the way is that with this blade, or this saw as her shield, I find that unlike this hand here, there's very little accessibility to this hand. So I'm about to show you guys a very simple method of fixing this and getting it to the perfect hand. So basically, what you want to do is, now this is an exact copy of the shield that I have. Basically, take this and adding one of these pieces on, keeping the little peel piece in place. Get one of these pieces, which is basically used for either the legs or the arms. You're going to take this, and then, well, this is going to be for her left arm. So putting it like this, peg it into the middle tab, then take the actual arm itself, disconnect, take off this short piece, and then remove the saw itself. So do that. Put the hand on, snap the arm back on, and there we have what you could consider a Captain America shield if you wanted. For me, that looks good if you ask me. Now, if you want to, and again, as I said before, I'm a bit of an accuracy freak, so I prefer to do it with both arms. So therefore, it looks, it looks better like that. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is Breez actually has a third brown extender joint sticking out from her back, and what you can do with this is, taking the little peel peg or tab from the shield, you can actually peg it in here and store it in her back. So therefore, that saves a whole load of room in up front whenever she's in battle, if you want to consider it like that. really, I think I like that idea there. Now, unfortunately, I didn't actually get around to doing that because I completely forgot about it. But I think that ends up looking good. Now, in terms of size comparison, the good thing is with Breez, she is, well, surprisingly, the exact same height as Rocka. So really, you're getting a good amount of if you're buying the Breez for your kids, is there anything, you're getting a good amount of value for money when purchasing Breez. You know, she has a teammate, and then just for the sake of things, we'll throw Inferno. Yeah, Inferno XL, clearly as the name states, he's the tallest and mightiest of the brain attack heroes. Well, at least so far anyway, but he's by far the tallest. Now, again, I highly recommend Breez. However, whenever it comes to these three, I would recommend all three of them. Now, I don't have Bulk yet, the fourth one who has orange and silver and everything in him. I haven't gotten him yet, so therefore I can't exactly say, he's good, you should add him as well. Basically, it's good to hold something and then, after experimenting and everything, I think it's good to then judge it instead of looking at it in a photo saying, there's excellent detail, articulation, everything, when you don't know anything about it. And I just realised after talking complete rubbish and absolute nonsense. So, long story short, good amount of colour, good amount of detail. I recommend you get 2 additional extender arm things, basically this piece here and one of these pieces here, in order, if you want to just get the arm like that, with the shield sticking out. So yeah, now, again, good value for money. Good value for money. That's what I have to say about this. Would I highly recommend her? Yes. Would I highly recommend getting 2 additional teammates, if not 3? Yes. And in the end, this is this review complete. Okay, this is Knight/2020 Junior. Subscribe to my channel for videos and more. Like me on Facebook by searching for Knight/2020 Junior. Have a nice day, see you all around, until next time, bye everyone, and stay tuned for more Hero Factory /Lego reviews. So until next time, bye.